Thank you very much. Thank you for your kind introduction. First of all, a brief introduction of myself. I'm from Yoyi Digital, and I used to work in Google United States and Google APAC, Asia Pacific, for 6 years. And I built a product from 0 to 1 billion in Asia Pacific. Yoyi Digital is the first DSP programmed purchasing company. And programmed purchasing is a very hot topic. And this has become a topic of many conferences in recent days. So today, I want to talk to you about Program Purchasing Plus, because everybody is talking about Internet Plus. I want to share with you program buying or programmatic buying plus. What's the difference between programmatic buying and programmatic buying plus? And how can we build our brand using this approach? Okay. My presentation will be divided into 3 parts. First, what we do, what problems we solve. Second, branding in multi-screen age. Well, in the past, when we talk about programmatic buying, we would talk about e-commerce or gaming. But I think in the future, we'll talk more about branding. And then I'll share with you the major trends in the future. First, Yoyi Digital. The company was built in 2012, and we are the first DSP platform in China with programmatic buying. We focus on 2 parts. First, technology. Second, data. In terms of technology, we have many patents. For example, distribution of content to audience using our platform, machine learning, unique algorithm, artificial intelligence. In terms of data, over the past few years, we worked with Baidu, Taobao, and Tencent, and we have accumulated more than 1 billion terabytes of data. And now we are working on data management across different screens. Well, because content is becoming more and more fragmented, people use different screens at different times. So mobile is not the future. The future is all about multi-screens. I'm going to talk to you how we solve this problem. Apart from technology and data, I think another important factor for success is team. I came from Google, and the rest of the team come from Baidu, Taobao, or Tencent. They work both as managers and as our technology experts. Our solution, we are a very focused company. We only had 2 products. First, a multi-screen based programmatic buying platform. Second, a data banking. With this DSP platform or buying platform, you'll be able to distribute content to PC, tablets, and social network. And we also have the WeChat channel. That means you can put your content on the WeChat platform and Tencent platform. In terms of video, we worked with all online video companies in China. And 2 to 3 years ago, we already had good relations, partnerships with PC and tablet content providers. And in that process, we accumulated a lot of first-party data and third-party data. First-party data comes from your app, comes from your website, while the third-party data come from Yoyi or Baidu. And this data can be stored in our data bank, and two sources of data can be combined together. In that way, your content distribution will be more effective. When do you need the mobile screen? When do you need the PC screen? I'll share with you some real cases. These are our clients, Fortune 500 companies. For example, Nestle, Kraft, and they had millions of exposures on our platform. And a lot of auto brands, JBD, Samsung. I will share with you a lot of figures to show the development of DSP. Take Mondelez, for example. They are in the FMCG industry. Last year, in Q3, I met with their marketing manager for Asia Pacific, and I told him in 2014, what is your proportion of investment in DSP? And he told me 22%. Then I asked, what about 2015? He said 35%. And he also said, we believe it is very likely for us to reach a figure higher than 35%, maybe 40%. P&G is now spending 70% of their budget on DSP. And in the United States, for every $100, 53 are now spending on DSP. So these numbers are really amazing. We have clients from different industries, the financial industry and the auto industry. They are all using their DSP platform. Well, you may have heard of every year we organize with our partner an advertisement technology summit. Major brands will attend this major summit. And I think this is the most influential summit for DSP. This will soon become a global summit. Speakers from across the world will attend this summit. For example, this is the global president from the UK, and this is a CEO from a DSP company from France. He used to be the second, the most important person in Yahoo. This is the representative from JD, from JBD. Every year, the attendance is as large as 1,500. On August 26th, we will host the third summit in Beijing. I want to invite all of you to come and join. Okay, so much about my company, Yoyi Digital. This is the video clip for previous summits. Let's take a look. This is the summit we co-organized with iResearch.
我代表优易互通和艾瑞咨询向在座各位表示诚挚的欢迎和衷心的感谢。
希望能够建立一个平台，那么让中国的还有世界的最前沿的广告技术呢，在这里进行融合，让这个东方跟西方的这个技术跟思想这边进行碰撞。
不只要有用户，也不只要掌握或占据它的时间，而且你要能够留存下来比较多的有价值的数据。那这些独家的数据是一个企业的核心竞争能力。
尤其现在这种自媒体环境之下，话题性比
这是加多宝品牌部的总经理王玉贵。
This is Mr. Wang Yugui, brand manager of JDB.
跨品一是精彩，第二个是让大小广告主都能够非常有效的划分。
我们就跳过去吧，大概因为想。
Okay, let's skip this part. I showed you this video clip because I want to tell you that DSP or multi-screen purchasing is not a concept. It's not just a concept. It has become something that a lot of brands are using. Now I want to share with you how can DSP help you build your brand. Well, today, when building the brand, there's a big challenge, that is fragmentation between different screens. So the biggest challenge for us is to establish a relationship with your audience in this fragmented era when people are using different screens. First, how can we use DSP or programmatic buying to extend the coverage?
Originally, you might think that some such programmized video buying is very unique. But starting from last year, we've seen two major changes in terms of the trend. First, it's PMP. I don't know if you understand what PMP is. Proprietary platform for market. Like Google did that as well. It's a bit like stock exchange. They just put together all the advertising, like video or portal, and DSP like us can go onto the platform, and we could purchase the such traffic and send them out. People might think that if we do that, it will be more like long-term or medium long-term. So it will be able to launch more targeted products. So starting from last year, more and more portals are launching their own PMPs. Back in the previous few years, they buy like economy class, but PMP through which you can buy first class or business class. Such traffic, people when they buy programmized video, such traffic they buy in large quantity. But in terms of PMP, it can offer you high quality ones, and also in an automated manner. For example, a drink label. They have negotiated with a video online outlet, and when they want to deliver the actual product, they will rely on our platform. The entire process is very automated. They streamline the efficiency. And second, originally, when you deliver your products on Sina or on Youku, all the data are scattered, fragmented. But if you trade them through PMP, your data are stored completely. Second, we know that due to the evolution of the market and the change of policy, starting from the previous 2 or 3 years, the TV commercials, the budget in that part of the channel have been turned into video online outlets. More and more advertisers turn their budget, advertising budget, into programmatic video purchase. PMP, number one, it has following advantage. Number one, it has high quality advertising resources. Number two, high visibilities. You have certain and high visibilities. And third, brand security, brand safety. And in terms of programmatic video, I have following figure to share with you. Like in Youku or Le TV or Qiyi or Tencent. On our platform, the monthly video purchase grew explosively. In the past 3 months, it grew by 5-fold. I remember an advertiser came to us and asked us to spend 6 million budget on online video purchase, and we did that for them. Number one, it has following advantages. First, it can have precise targeting. And they have to, you can negotiate with maybe 5 online video outlets. That's not too complicated. They are top 5. But you know, for the top 5 users, they have extreme high level of overlapping, something similar to 70% of their users. They are 70% of the users. They are they're not very loyal to the particular outlet. They may be the users for Youku today, then they may be the users for Sohu tomorrow. So there's no way for you to maintain quality control across different digital platforms. So your video could be played 20 times by one user on Youku and 20 more times on Le TV by the same person. And for us, we are an integrated platform. We could have a cross-internet, cross-outlet control. If a similar user on one outlet have already viewed the play of the video for 5 times, we will automatically control it and turn it into less than 5 times for the same user if he opts for another different video outlet.
TA 的浓度啊，还有3加 reach 啊等等这方面，都会提升20%到30%，有的案子其实提升。
And for us, we could basically improve the efficiency. So that's the reason why, starting from last year, including QA of this year, we've seen explosive growth. So thanks to the two technologies, the second point, I wish to talk a bit about data. So we could have both the breadth and the depth. And we could have some in-depth interaction. And we have first-party data. The first-party data could be advertisers' investment and search engine marketing data, or the offline CRM data, or online or e-tailers sales data. We successfully put the 6 million CRM data offline. We turn that into online. It used to be an offline data. They were dead because it's only got offline linkage. But then we link it with online data. And once the people who are connected to the offline data, we gave them, we sign them a particular Yoyi ID. And once that person logs onto the website, we will be able to capture that particular person through our database. And in terms of third-party data, we have commercial trading platform, we have third-party surveillance company, and we have also third-party DMP data management platform. And then we have our UE database. Well, we all have much first-party data available, which are extremely precise through your app or through your website. But its downside is that it's not big enough. For a big company like Hire.com, they've only got like 10 million individual data. But when you are relying on the first-party database, well, it will be very precise, but it does not have wide coverage. So relying on our own algorithm, we analyze the first-party data, which is relatively smaller in number, and we integrate the first-party data through our algorithm with the third-party data, which is in the size of millions and billions. And then we will try to figure out people with similar habits, similar profile, who buy similar products like the first-party data targets. Then maybe the first-party data could be only 1 million, but through cookie mapping, we will magnify that into 50 million similar group, and then we will target that 50 million people with a similar advertising campaign. Through this new technology, it will be relatively easier for them and very effective for us to find the new customers. Such as what we did in terms of accumulating the data. And now once you've got the data through the data bank, and once the target user comes into a website through app or through other online outlets, then we will optimize their experience through a full procedure. Let me give you an example with a car. FMCG is similar to cars, by the way. While I'm working on some marketing campaign, I will first of all look at group of people. These users, they get into your website and they will get onto the registration account. We used to help Tesla to find people who will test drive their vehicles. Some people, after they register online, they will leave after 20 seconds. And there are another group of people who stay on the website. They compare the performance between one series with the other, and they keep going further into distributors and into the dealers' website. And after 2.5 minutes, they finish the registration and they also left. The traditional channels will only look at UV, and you will see that these two groups of people are different. They are all effective arrival at your website. And the other parameter will test the percentage of their registration. They all left their mobile phone, and you can always contact them and ask them to test drive your vehicles. But if you have a full process tracking of their experience at your website, you will know that these two people are completely different in terms of how much value they could bring to the advertiser. The first group of people, user A, were only there just to get a gift, get a present after their registration. But obviously, user B and a similar group of people, they are more than interested in your product, and the probability of their buying your car are way higher than group A. So through our algorithm and through our database, we shall be able to sift out group A users and maximize the total number of group B. Certainly, we got a variety of algorithms to optimize the target group of people every step of the way. But the critical support is truly our database. Through our database, we will be able to track their experience every step of the way.
Without data, it is impossible for you to optimize. I talked to you about data. Now I want to talk about crossing different screens, because mobile is not the future. The future is about multiple screens, because our life is fragmented by several screens. The most important thing to distribute across different screens, the key is not ID, but the key is to find the same person. Because your advertisement is not targeted at a screen, but targeted at a person. So you need to distribute your content at the appropriate time, through appropriate channel, to appropriate customer group. There are two ways. First, we can work with Baidu and Taobao. So we can set ID, the same ID for the users. For example, there's Baidu Cloud Service, and if you have the Baidu ID, and then you can use the ID for many services offered by Baidu. In that way, you can identify the person is the same person you want to target. In that way, the accuracy rate is more than 90%. Take Taobao, for example. You can use the same user ID to log on your different devices. Apart from Baidu and Taobao, Tencent is also trying to do that. Tencent has the highest ratio of people using the same ID logging on different devices. And Baidu and Taobao are also doing well. And Tencent hasn't opened its database. In the future, it will. For Tencent, 13% of the users have cross-screen IDs. This is the first approach. Second, we can detect the IP address. For example, if a PC has the same IP, in the same range of IP with other 5 devices, then you can detect that a user may own the PC and the mobile phone and the tablet. In that way, we can come to the conclusion that all the devices belong to the same person, but the accuracy is not as good as the previous approach, only 55%. For internet marketing, 55% is already very high. These are the 2 approaches for cross-screen marketing. Finally, I want to talk about the trend for the future. Well, let's go back to DSP Plus, or Programmatic Buying Plus. Previously, we focused a lot on online DSP. Yoyi has a DSP platform on which you can distribute your content for PC, tablets, mobile phones, and social networking. So what about the future? What does the plus mean? This is our vision. On the left side is what we have done over the past 3 years. On the right side are the trend for this industry. We will set up our path for the future. I believe digital TV will be a great opportunity. Only a few companies got the license. For example, SMG, Tencent, and Gehua, and Huashu. Take Huashu, for example, they have more than 20 million screens with very few commercials, brand advertisements. So the value is really big. When you turn on the device, when you watch a program, you may insert an advertisement. And we want to connect the 20 million screens to our DSP platform. There are other opportunities, for example, outdoor, auto market. In Shanghai, you see a lot of LEDs, big screens. Yujinxiang Tulip is a very successful company in that area. And it is very easy to connect the LED to our platform. On February 4th, we worked with Guangzhou newspaper to form a joint venture. And this joint venture will focus on Programmatic Buying Plus. We signed an agreement on February the 4th, and 1 week after the signing of the agreement, the Times Magazine and Media Mass, the most famous DSP platform, did the same thing. They formed another JV. CNN and The Economist also partner with Luvica, another DSP platform in the United States. So this is the trend globally. This trend shows in China and in the world, DSP is trying to expand to traditional channels. So DSP, or pragmatic buying, is not only about advertisement network, it's not only about technology. In my view, DSP, or pragmatic buying, will be the next big thing after the search engine. We believe on this big platform, a lot of offline media will be connected online. In conclusion, first, PMP, trading market, and the DSP can help advertisers to improve their efficiency to acquire premium media increase their exposure and increase the accuracy of their positioning. Second, with data banking, we'll be able to establish deep relationship with audience, and with cross-screen ID, cross-screen marketing will become a reality. And DSP Plus will be able to combine the offline media with online media on the same platform, which is data-driven. This is all that I want to share with you. If you are interested in DSP or programmatic buying plus, or you want to know more about my company, please scan this QR code. And I also invite you to join our summit on August 26th. The summit will be a great opportunity for you to know more about DSP. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.